And good afternoon. Welcome now to Piedmont, Missouri. We're at Rotary Park here for the OFC softball third place game. I'm Frankie Castile, set up in Piedmont, Missouri. A beautiful afternoon for high school softball. 81 degrees out here, and we've got the winds howling from the southeast at around 15 miles an hour. Wind gusts are up to about 25 miles an hour as well. Coming up in less than 15 minutes, we will have the first pitch coming up between East Carter, the overall number 1 seed, and the Clearwater Lady Tigers, the 3 seed in the OFC softball third place game. I'm Frankie Castile alongside Tim Hicks, once again doing a phenomenal job on the cameras, and this is our first time being in Piedmont, live streaming any type of baseball or softball game, and we are so happy to be here. Right now we're watching Clearwater take their infield, outfield. A moment ago, we got a chance to talk to the head coach of East Carter. She tells us that her team is going to come in today and they're going to reset, refocus after their loss on Tuesday against Donovan. We're going to go over all those games coming up as we move throughout the broadcast. And Jordan Moore for the Lady Redbirds is going to be on the bump here for East Carter. Then looking at Clearwater, Becca Brewington is going to get the nod here once again for Clearwater when we have first pitch coming up in under 15 minutes. A great afternoon for high school softball. This is game 1 of 2. It is technically game 6 and 7 of the OFC softball tournament this season. We're down to final 2 games. It is the third place game coming up at 3 p.m. and then later on tonight we'll be live at Three Rivers College to bring you the championship game. That game will feature Neelyville and Donovan from J.D. Raines Field at Three Rivers College in Poplar Bluff. Let's take a look here at Clearwater and the Lady Redbirds of East Carter. Clearwater had a doubleheader on Tuesday. They were able to get through the first matchup pretty well, and then they ran into a roadblock in the late game against Neelyville. Clearwater really had no issues against Greenville, going on to win 8-1, thanks in part to a grand slam by Clearwater, making it 8-0. And then in the first game for East Carter, they ran into a roadblock. It was their first loss of the season, taking on the Donovan Donettes, and Donovan able to steamroll their way into the finals coming up here today for the third place game. So of course we've got a lot of action coming your way beginning at the top of the hour, and we want to thank our sponsors once again, making all this possible. Without them, we would not be able to be here today. They include Day One Chiropractic, also being brought to you by Southern Care and Comfort In-Home Agency, JG Concrete Construction, also being brought to you by JW Walker & Sons, Recycling, J Blue Trucking, Rushton's Towing, Whitworth Gift Chest Jewelers, also being brought to you by Barker's Towing and Auto Repair, Stan Bader Trust, Smokin' Aces, also the Shooter Shack in Poplar Bluff, being brought to you by the Scott Law Firm, Christian Automotive and Tire, also First Choice Insurance, White Sanders Funeral Home, Cornell Trucking, Farm Credit of Southeast Missouri, Simmons Grocery and Hardware, also being brought to you by Roof Raiders and being brought to you by Liberty, our sponsors for this year's OFC softball tournament. And of course, coming up here in just a few moments, we're going to get you set for the opening pitch coming up. We're watching Clearwater as they are doing their infield, outfield. We are moments away from the first pitch of the third place game. We are live here in Piedmont to bring you this exciting action. If you're watching us on social media, make sure and let us know where you're tuning in from, and most importantly, what team you're pulling for today in this first of 2 games you'll be able to see live right here on our Facebook page at Today's Talk KWOC. We're also on YouTube by going to youtube.com/River Radio PB. We will 93.3 FM, 930 AM, KWOC. All right, so we are back here live in Piedmont, Missouri. Rotary Park is the site where the Clearwater Lady Tigers, they play their softball matchups. Doug Miller tuning in from Raleigh, North Carolina, says, "Go Tigers." And it looks like Clearwater about to wrap up their infield, outfield, and that means that we should be moments away from the first pitch coming up here at the OFC at third place contest. So as we await for the opening pitch and the umpires to make their way to Rotary Park here, we'll remind you coming up tonight, 7 p.m., will be the first pitch of the championship matchup. We'll be there at Three Rivers College for the Neelyville Lady Tigers and the Doniphan Donettes. We'll have that for you live coming up at 7 p.m. later on this afternoon. And, of course, here in Piedmont, 81 degrees on the thermometer. And, of course, we've got a southwest wind at around 15 miles an hour. Wind gust is going to top at around 25 to 30 all afternoon into the evening hours. And for the East Carter Lady Redbirds, looking to bounce back after their loss on Tuesday against Doniphan. They are coming in. Head coach Teresa Kirby tells us that her team is focused. They are razor focused, and they are ready to go. Coming up today, Jordan Moore is going to be on the bump here, followed by her defense out there. Anna Crowley is going to play shortstop today. Also, Riley Odell at first base, and then, of course, Anna Brown's going to be your third baseman. Catcher is Callie Chilton. Also at second base, it is Carla Ochoa. Center field is Mackenzie Hutchinson. Over in left field, it is Janica Holloway. In right field, Sierra Duckett. Looking at the defense here for Clearwater, over at center field is going to be Abby Cheney. Over in left, it is Lydia Mays. In right field this afternoon, Grace Beasley. And looking around in the infield, Georgia Eaton over at third base, McKinley Keister at shortstop. At second base, it is Tiffany Williams. At first base, Riley Hurt. Behind the plate is going to be Reagan Shear. And once again on the mound for the Clearwater Lady Tigers, they're going to give the ball to Becca Brewington. She is making her 12th start here of the season. And we are moments away now from the opening pitch as both umpires are making their way to home plate. And they will exchange a few words, go over some of the particulars, and then we're going to be getting started here momentarily. We are under 5 minutes away from the opening pitch. Coming up, we will have the official starting lineups. We'll go over the batting lineups, and we'll have the first pitch coming up in just a moment. You're watching live coverage of the OFC softball tournament here on today's Talk, 93.3 FM, 930 AM, KWOC. All right, we are back here as we get set now. Coming up for the opening pitch, we've got your lineups coming up in just a moment. Also coming your way, first pitch should be in less than about 4 minutes from right now. We're going to see Clearwater take the field. They're going to be the home team, or I should say they'll be the away team, rather. We'll see East Carter take the field here in just a moment. Our broadcast being brought to you by Day One Chiropractic. If you ever wake up in the morning feeling stiff and sore, doctors Sean and Megan Nibb can open. They've opened Day One Chiropractic, and they are ready to help you feel much better. If you're like the majority of Americans that suffer from neck and back pain, let today be day one of feeling better. Call doctors Sean and Megan at Day One Chiropractic. Call them at 772-5451. Day One Chiropractic is located next to Pizza Inn in Poplar Bluff. Give them a call, 772-5451, a proud supporter of the OFC softball tournament. Our umpires for today, Gary Hall behind the plate, Steve Hicks, he'll be in the field for this third place matchup. We are moments away from the opening pitch here live in Piedmont at Rotary Park, where the Clearwater Lady Tigers play ball. Coming up in just a moment, we're going to have our national anthem. So when we do have our national anthem, we're going to have to kill the audio feed. We don't like doing that, but if we don't, we're going to get shut down by Facebook and on YouTube for copyright infringement. So in just a moment, we will pull the audio feed for the national anthem, and then we'll come back and we will have the starting lineups and the first pitch of the third place OFC game between Clearwater and the home team, the Lady Redbirds out of East Carter. We're going to go down field side for the playing of our national anthem. And we are back here, and the national anthem now is done, and that means we are going to begin here in just a moment. We will start here, the starting lineups here for the Clearwater Lady Tigers. They'll be the first to bat, and then the Lady Redbirds out of East Carter, as we are coming up now on the first pitch live from Rotary Park here in Piedmont, Missouri. Let's get to our starting lineups here. First, the Lady Tigers out of Clearwater coming in at 10-4 overall this season. Leading things off is going to be the center fielder, number 6, Abby Cheney, a sophomore. Batting second, she is the pitcher, number 54, Becca Brewington. She is a senior for this Lady Tigers team. Batting third, the catcher, number 16, Reagan Shear. Batting cleanup, the first baseman, number 21, Riley Hurt. Batting fifth at third base, it is Georgia Eaton. Batting sixth, the shortstop, number 26, McKinley Keister. Batting seventh at second base, number 1, Tiffany Williams. Batting eighth at right field, number 9, Kristen Street. And batting ninth in left field, number 13, Lydia Mays. That is the offensive lineup for the Lady Tigers out of Clearwater. Now looking defensively at the Lady Redbirds of East Carter, coming in 11-1 this season. In left field, it'll be number 15, Janica Holloway. Over in center field this afternoon, you've got number 2, Mackenzie Hutchinson. In right field, number 4, Sierra Duckett. In the infield at third base, number 10, Anna Brown. Over at shortstop, it is number 24, Anna Crowley. Over at second base, number 3, Carla Ochoa. At first base, it is number 8, Riley Odell. And behind the plate, number 20, Callie Chilton. And on the mound for the Lady Redbirds of East Carter, it is number 9, Jordan Moore, coming in this season, making her 12th start of the season. She is 10-1. She has pitched 77 innings, giving up 10 hits, 8 runs, 6 of them earned. She has only walked 22 and struck out 80. Her earned run average is .167. So here we go as Abby Cheney, she'll bat left-handed. First pitch is right now, and it's called for strike one. So Abby Cheney now down a strike here to begin this ball game. Third place action between East Carter and Clearwater. Tim Hicks is doing a great job as usual on the camera. I'm Frankie Castile. The winds are going to be havoc all afternoon. 1 ball and 1 strike here to the leadoff hitter, Abby Cheney. She is a sophomore for Clearwater. You look up and down at this lineup, very young, only a few seniors. Brewerton is a senior on this team, also Williams. There's a slap bunt there attempt, and good job by Odell to come in to make the play. Great job by the second baseman also for East Carter, Ochoa, to make that play. So 1 down here in the inning as we are underway. Now Becca Brewington coming up. She'll pitch in the home half of the first inning. She will come up with nobody on and 1 down in the inning. Reagan Shear is on deck for the Lady Tigers. Moore comes set, and here's the first offering. Called a ball 1 just a little bit high. So ball 1, no strikes here. Glad you're tuning in, whether it's on Facebook or on YouTube. This is one of 2 games here this afternoon. Here is the 1-0 pitch. High back to the fence. 2 balls and no strikes now. As Becca Brewington trying to get something going in the top half of inning number 1, just past 3 o'clock. Live in Piedmont. First time Tim and I have been here calling the ball game, that's for sure. It's 2-0-2 down the lines at 217 and straightaway center. Swing and a miss by Brewington. 2 balls and a strike. Make sure and let us know on social media what team you're going for. Most importantly, where you're watching us from. I know Doug Miller, strike 2, she couldn't hold up. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Doug Miller tuning in all the way from North Carolina. How's the weather out there in Carolina? Pretty windy here in southeast Missouri. Swing and a miss, and Brewington down on strikes. 1 away. Or make that 2 down, rather, here in the top part of inning number 1. And Reagan Shear now coming up to the plate. She is the catcher and a freshman. She'll bat left-handed this afternoon. 2 down, nobody on here in the top part of inning number 1. Moore comes set, and she'll fire away. Just misses for a ball. Our broadcast presented by Southern Care and Comfort In-Home Agency, providing assistance to residents which allows them to live in their own home. Their caregivers provide assistance with personal care, household chores, shopping, and errands, and that ball hits her. So Shear now is going to walk down to first base following the hit by pitch. Runner on first base now with 2 away, and Riley Hurt is going to come up to bat with 1 on and 2 down.
2 courtesy for the catcher.
And we're going to get a courtesy runner coming in now for Clearwater. Southern Care and Comfort In-Home Agency. Their caregivers provide assistance with personal care, household chores, shopping, and errands, as well as giving rest breaks to daily caretakers. For more details, give them a call, 686-2273. 686-2273. Coming in a courtesy run is Grace Beasley. She wears number 2 here for Clearwater. Larry Morgan watching all the way from Benton, Missouri. Glad to have you alongside. This one fouled away to the screen. No balls and a strike. Riley Hurt, the cleanup hitter, stepping in. Runner on first base and 2 down. John Rice is tuning in back in Poplar Bluff. Says, outstanding job, Frankie. More work for Tim. No, I'm kidding. He says, great job, Tim. This one in the dirt. 1 ball, 1 strike. Riley Hurt trying to get something going. We saw her on Tuesday, in that first game against Greenville. She was electric. Second game, did a pretty good job early against Neelyville. There's ball two. 2 balls and a strike. 81 degrees at first pitch. Warmest day so far of this season. Great to see the sun shining. The wind's a little bit gusty, but that's okay. Moore now. Two outs and 1 on. Here is the 2-1 pitch on the way by Jordan Moore. This one fouled away to the screen at 2 balls and 2 strikes. 1 pitch away from getting out of the inning. For the Lady Redbirds, it'll be Crowley, Odell, and Jordan Moore coming up in the bottom part of the inning. You can hear that wind howling in the background. Here is the 2-2 pitch. This one fouled away to the screen. We'll do it again at 2 balls and 2 strikes. East Carter suffering their first loss this past Tuesday by talking to the coaching staff. They're going to make sure that does not make it 2 in a row. Here is the 2-2 pitch. Fouled away again, and we'll do it again. Pretty good matchup here between Moore and by Hurt.
Be ready, defense.
111, 111.
And this one is in the dirt. Runner takes off, and Beasley is going to be in there. No throw down to second base. So runner on second base now with 2 down. It is a 3-2 count. So Moore trying to get out of this inning. Just misses, and Hurt will draw a 2-out walk. And now Georgia Eaton coming up with 2 on and 2 away. So a hit by pitch and a 2-out walk. So now the Lady Tigers swing and a miss, have something going here with the 2 outs. Infield playing in just a little bit, the outfield the same. Eaton now steps in, a freshman. Good changeup, strike called. What a pitch by Jordan Moore. She's ahead, no balls and 2 strikes. 1 pitch away from stranding 2 runners. Moore now comes set, not wasting any time. Here's the 0-2 pitch on the way by Jordan Moore. This one popped up, and this one's going to get out of play. So we'll do it again. Still no balls and 2 strikes. So Moore retired the first 2 batters, and then a hit by pitch, and then a 2-out walk. Up high just a little bit for a ball. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Leading away from second base, Reagan Shear, or make that Beasley rather, leading away from second base on the courtesy run. Riley Hurt standing at first base, following the 2-out walk. Outside for another ball. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Clearwater being very patient at the plate. Didn't see that on Tuesday against Neelyville. Being very patient here in the early going, getting in deep counts. Up high for a ball. Count is full now. 3 balls and 2 strikes. McKinley Keister, the shortstop, awaits on deck. 3-2 the count. 2 down here in the inning. Runners on first and second base. Swing and a miss down on strikes. So 2 stranded as we go to the bottom half of inning number 1. No hits and no runs. A walk and a hit by pitch coming up. We will have East Carter coming to bat. It'll be Crowley, Odell, and Moore when we come back. You're watching live coverage of the OFC softball tournament here on today's Talk, 93.3 FM, 930 AM, KWOC. All right, so let's take a look at the starting lineup here offensively for the Lady Redbirds. Out of East Carter, leading things off will be the shortstop, number 24, Anna Crowley, batting second at first base. Number 8, Riley Odell, batting third. The pitcher, number 9, Jordan Moore, batting cleanup at third base. Number 10, Anna Brown, batting fifth. The catcher, number 20, Callie Chilton, batting sixth at second base. Number 3, Carla Ochoa, batting seventh at center field. Number 2, Mackenzie Hutchinson, batting 8th at left field. Number 15, Janica Holloway, and batting 9th at right field. Number 4, Sierra Duckett. On the defensive end for the Lady Tigers, over in right field is Kristen Street. In center field this afternoon, Abby Cheney. Over in left field, it is Lydia Mays. Around the horn now, third base, Georgia Eaton at shortstop this afternoon. McKinley Keister over at second base. It is Tiffany Williams on first base, Riley Hurt, and behind the plate, Reagan Shear. And on the mound, it is Becca Brewington. She is 7-4 on the season, making her 12th start so far. She has pitched 58 innings, giving up 54 hits, 47 runs, 29 have been earned runs. She has walked 29 and struck out 71. Her ERA is 3.500. So here we go. Here is the opening pitch by Brewington. It is in the dirt for a ball. 1 ball and no strikes as the bottom part of inning number 1 is underway. It'll be Anna Crowley, Riley Odell, Jordan Moore. If anybody gets on, Anna Brown will bat fourth in the inning. Crowley stands in. 1 ball, no strikes. Pops it up, out of play. 1 ball and 1 strike. Crowley, a freshman, playing shortstop today. Explosive speed from the leadoff spot. So Crowley digs in. 1 ball and 1 strike. Odell awaits on deck. Crowley, only a freshman. There's a ground ball. This one out to second base. Scoops and throws the first and got her by a step. 1 away here in the bottom part of inning number 1. So 1 down in the inning, bringing up Riley Odell. Good play by the second baseman on that one. Tiffany Williams having no trouble. Our broadcast is presented by Liberty. Also being brought to you by Roof Raiders at Simmons Grocery and Hardware. And being brought to you by the Farm Credit of Southeast Missouri. Odell, she is notorious for dropping the bunts. And safe at first base. Riley Odell doing her thing. That is Riley Odell all day long on those bunts. Very quick out of the batter's box, and she wastes no time getting on first base with 1 away. Beat it by a couple of steps. The replay, she was safe by a mile. So now Jordan Moore coming up, a senior on this team. Riley Odell, Jordan Moore, both seniors. Played a number of years in travel ball together, and there's a line drive, a base hit by Jordan Moore. And the Lady Redbirds have something going. Runners on first and second base, following a bunt single by Odell and then a line drive base hit by Jordan Moore. And now Anna Brown coming to the plate, the third baseman. So now the Lady Redbirds have something going here in the bottom part of inning number 1. Make sure and share this feed for us on Facebook and YouTube. We would appreciate that. Lady Redbirds threatening here in the bottom part of the inning with 1 down. This one is in the dirt. Runners are going to advance to second and third base. So now 2 runners in scoring position with 1 down. Callie Chilton awaits on deck.
Come on, Hannah. Come on, Hannah.
So now Hannah Brown steps in. 1 ball and no strikes. Still scoreless here in the bottom part of the inning. There's a foul tip. So it's 1 ball, 1 strike. So now Jason Moore going to call time and talk to Anna Brown. Make sure she is okay. Our broadcast is presented by JG Construction. They specialize in all types of concrete, foundations, basements, retaining walls, flat work, decorative, and stamped concrete. No matter your next project, call Joe Gloyd at JG Concrete for a free, no-obligation quote. Call 300-0560. It is JG Construction, a proud supporter of the OFC softball tournament. 1-1 swing and a foul tip away by Hannah Brown. 1 ball, 2 strikes, runners on second and third base with 1 down. So Crowley grounded out to begin the inning, and then a single base hit by Odell on a bunt, and then Jordan Moore line drive out to left field. Both advancing on the pass ball, second and third with 1 away. Here is the 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, and there's 2 away in the inning. Good pitch by Becca Brewington, and there's 2 down here in the inning. So Callie Chilton now, the catcher. She is the 5th batter in the inning. She'll come up, and she's got a lot of power. Second and third base with 2 down here in the inning. Ochoa awaits on deck. So Chilton now digs in. 2 on and 2 down. Just misses a little bit low for a ball. 1 ball and no strikes.
I can be there.
So in the top part of the inning, Clearwater had a couple of runners on as well, could not advance them. Here in this inning right now, same for East Carter. There's a ground ball, hit well, and it's going to be an infield base hit as 1 run's going to come in to score. It'll be an RBI hit by Callie Chilton, and the Lady Redbirds are on the board. So Odell comes in to score. Morden now standing on third.
Let's go, ladies.
So Chilton now with an RBI base hit. She is standing on first base. And we're going to get a courtesy runner coming in for the catcher. For East Carter, it'll be number 6, J.C. Douglas. She is the courtesy runner standing on first base for Callie Chilton. So 1-0 now, Lady Redbirds lead. And Carla Ochoa now coming up to the plate. She is the second baseman for the Lady Redbirds. Runners on the corners, 2 down. Swing and a miss, a little ahead on that one. No balls and a strike. As Douglas standing on first base and Jordan Moore standing on third. Odell began the inning with a base hit, I should say a bunt hit. Another quickly ground ball over to first base is safe. She come off the bag, and a runner advances to third base. It was going to be tough to get her. Good attempt there by the shortstop, Keister. And Ochoa will get the credit for the RBI, and it's now 2-0. So 2-0 Lady Redbirds here in the bottom part of inning number 1. Back-to-back hits by Chilton and by Ochoa. A swing and a miss by Mackenzie Hutchinson out ahead of that one. And it's no balls and a strike. So Douglas standing on third base now. Standing on first base, it is Ochoa. Here's a fly ball. This one is playable, and the third baseman making the out, and just like that, the inning will come to an end. 2 runs on 4 hits. The Redbirds strand a couple of runners. We go to the top part of inning number 2, and East Carter leads 2-0. You're watching exclusive coverage of the OFC softball tournament here on today's Talk, 93.3 FM, 930 AM, KWOC. Top part of inning number 2, and the Lady Redbirds lead it 2-0. 4 base hits in the bottom part of the inning gives them a 2-0 lead. And now for the Lady Tigers of Clearwater, it is McKinley Keister, Tiffany Williams, and Kristen Street all due up. If anybody gets on, Lydia Mays will bat in the 9th spot. here in the top part of inning number 2. So the Lady Redbirds coming away with some big hits in that first inning gives them a little bit of a lead. And now Jordan Moore goes to work in the top part of inning number 2. This is the OFC third place game here live from Piedmont at Rotary Club, where Clearwater plays their softball. Clearwater is hosting. However, the home team is the Lady Redbirds. Good job. One pitch and one out by the second baseman, Carla Ochoa. It's going to be a pop fly for the out. It goes F4, and now one down here in the inning on one pitch. Tiffany Williams now coming up. I appreciate that, Ms. Dollins. Thank you so much. Keep us posted on what's going on back in the Neelyville area. We'll give updates for you. Here is the first pitch on the way. Swing and a miss to Tiffany Williams, the second baseman.
Quick hands to the ball that's below your hands. Let's go.
No balls and a strike. One away here in the top part of inning number 2. Here live in the Piedmont area. Just misses a little high for a ball. One ball and one strike. Want to give a big shout out to Shannon England, the head coach of Clearwater, getting us all set up here in Piedmont. We met his IT person about 12:30 this afternoon and got things set up. Swing and a miss. Wasn't sure about the reception out here as far as the internet service, but it looks like everything is coming in nice and smooth for the most part. Here is the 1-2 pitch on the way. This one popped up, this one down the left field line. Good play by the left fielder. Couldn't come up with it as it goes foul, but a great effort by Janica Holloway. And it's still one ball and two strikes. One away here in the top part of inning number 2. 81 degrees here at game time. Just got a piece of it to stay alive. Still one ball, two strikes. One away here in the top part of the inning. On deck is Kristen Street. She is a freshman, the right fielder. She awaits on deck. This one's popped up, out of play behind us. Still one ball and two strikes. So tomorrow morning, I'll get up around 2 o'clock in the morning and go to Kansas City. Mules baseball tomorrow afternoon, or tomorrow morning at 10. Doubleheader. Nice pitch by Jordan Moore, just misses. Count is even now at 2 balls and 2 strikes. One down here in the top part of inning number 2. Three Rivers Lady Raiders softball has a doubleheader today as well. We'll try to get you a score on that game coming up. Outside, count is full now with 3 balls and 2 strikes. Nice crowd watching us on social media and on YouTube as well. Here is the payoff pitch. Swing and a miss, 2 away. Nice pitch by Jordan Moore to record the second out. Her third strikeout of the ball game. So now Kristen Street coming up to the plate. Through 1 2/3 innings so far, no hits and no runs. Just misses for a ball. Didn't miss by much. 3 strikeouts here on the afternoon for Jordan Moore. Only a walk so far. And that one's called a strike. To the right fielder, Kristen Street. On deck is Lydia Mays, and then back to the top of the lineup. There's a line drive, base hit down the right field line. 2-out hit. Good job by Sierra Duckett to get that ball back in quickly. So Street now with a 2-out hit. First hit of the game for Clearwater, and that brings up Lydia Mays, the left fielder for the Lady Redbirds. So 2 down, a runner on first. A little bit low for a ball. 1 ball, no strikes. Our broadcast here this afternoon being brought to you by Cornell Trucking, White Sanders Funeral Home, First Choice Insurance, Christian Automotive and Tire, and the Scott Law Firm. 2 balls and no strikes here. 2 down in the inning, a runner on first base. Lydia Mays, ground ball. This one hit sharply, should end the inning, and it does. So they strand a runner. Great play by Carla Ochoa, and 1 batter stranded. We go to the bottom half of inning number 2. Coming up for the Lady Redbirds, it is 7-8-9. When we come back, the Lady Redbirds lead by 2. You're watching live coverage of the OFC softball tournament here on Today's Talk, 93.3 FM, 930 AM, KWOC. Bottom part of inning number 2 coming up, 2-0 Lady Redbirds. Ken Lunsford tuning in on Facebook. No, sir, not giving any umpires any trouble. I think Tim is. I'm not, though. Also, Pat Bill Taylor tuning in as well. Make sure and let us know what team you're going for in this third-place game and where you're tuning in from. It is 8-9-1 coming up for the Lady Redbirds. Holloway, Duckett, and then back to the top of the lineup with Crowley. So 2-0 Lady Redbirds as Janica Holloway coming up to the plate. She is the left fielder. We'll see what she can do. Second inning of work here by Becca Brewington. Strike 1 called right down the middle. No balls and a strike. So no balls and a strike here to the leadoff hitter for East Carter. Here is the 0-1 pitch. And they're going to call that a strike. She offered no balls and 2 strikes now. She's way ahead. Becca Brewington way ahead here. No balls and 2 strikes. Nobody out. Bottom part of inning number 2. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Strike 3 called. Got her looking, and now Sierra Duckett coming up to the plate with nobody on and 1 away. She is the 9 hitter in the lineup. Anna Crowley awaits on deck. She grounded out her first time. So now Duckett stepping in, nobody on, 1 away. A little bit low for a ball, 1 ball and no strikes. Bottom part of inning number 2 in the third-place game here in Piedmont. Rain has caused all kinds of chaos as strike 1 is called, rather. We were supposed to have this tournament wrapped up on Wednesday, but because of all the rain we have received, we played the quarter and semifinals on Tuesday. And this one's a fly ball out of play behind us. 1 ball, 2 strikes. We had to postpone to Thursday and then Friday, and here we are today on Friday with a game now and then the championship later on tonight. There's a fly ball, nice rip. This one is going to get down for extra bases. Duckett is around first. She is going to go to second, and that's where she'll be held up. So a 1-out double by Sierra Duckett, and she is standing on second base with nobody out, or make that 1 away. First extra base hit of the ball game for the Lady Redbirds. 1 down and a runner on second base. Back to the top of the lineup now. Anna Crowley stepping up. She's 0 for 1 here in the ball game. Grounded out to second base her first time. There's a smash. This one is going to go over the left fielder's head as well. One run's going to come in, and Crowley is going to wind up on second base as well with an RBI double. So back-to-back doubles here to begin the inning. So now Odell, who singled and scored her first time, is going to come up to the plate. Now the infield kind of gathers around, and they're going to talk to Becca Brewington here. Our broadcast here this afternoon being brought to you by J.W. Walker & Sons Recycling. Turn your scrap metal into cash at J.W. Walker & Sons Recycling. You'll receive a top dollar with up to the minute market pricing available on the web by going to jwscrap.com. They are capable of servicing any size industrial account. They are located east of Poplar Bluff by the airport on Highway B. Call 686-7840. It is J.W. Walker & Sons Recycling, a proud supporter of the OFC. So the pitch gets behind the catcher. Runner advancing to third base with one away here in the bottom part of inning number 2. Odell, who is notorious for the bunts, tries to bring in another run. Instead, it's fouled away to the screen. A 1 ball and 1 strike. Odell singled and scored her first time back in the first. Odell, the left-hander, standing in with the runner on third base. It's 3-0 Lady Redbirds in this third-place game. This one up high for a ball. 2 balls and a strike now. Lady Redbirds up by 3 runs, and they're threatening again with a runner on third base and 1 down. This one's popped up, and this one is going to get down. So now it's a 2-2 count, 2 balls and 2 strikes. In the bottom part of inning number 2 this afternoon. So Brewington now comes set. Runner on third base, and here's a 2-2 pitch. This one's popped up. This one out towards center field and makes the catch for the out, and the runner's going to stay at third base. Great job by the center fielder for the Lady Tigers. Abby Cheney gets under it, and it's going to go F8 with 2 down in the inning. And now Jordan Moore comes up to the plate with a runner on third base, a line drive base hit to left field her first time. She would also come around and score the second run of the ball game. Here is the first pitch on the way. Downstairs for a ball, 1 ball and no strikes. So 1 ball, no strikes to the pitcher Jordan Moore, who is 1 for 1 here on the afternoon. There's another line drive out to left field, another RBI, and now it is 4-0 Lady Redbirds. So Hannah Brown is going to come up to the plate now with a runner on first base. So Hannah Brown comes in, struck out her first time. 4-0 Lady Redbirds. Chilton awaits on deck as Jordan Moore stands on first base. There's another shot, this one out to right field. And the runners are going to advance to second base on the throw. So a base hit by Brown, and now Kelly Chilton comes up to the plate. An RBI base hit back in the first. She's got a runner on second and third base with 2 away in the inning. It is 4-0 Lady Redbirds right now, and they are threatening again. Chilton's got some power. She takes ball 1 a little bit low. 1 ball and no strikes. 4 runs on 7 hits allowed by the Lady Tigers. There's one up high. Brewington is able to come away with it, and the inning will come to an end, but not before two more runs come across. We go to the top part of inning number 3. Lady Redbirds, they lead it 4-0. You're watching live coverage of the OFC softball tournament here on today's Talk, 93.3 FM, 930 AM, KWOC. Top part of inning number 3. Welcome back now to Rotary Park here in Piedmont. I'm Frankie Castile alongside Tim Hicks. And it is 4-0 now, Lady Redbirds. East Carter coming in, and they are hitting the ball quite well today so far. We are back to the top of the lineup now with Abby Cheney, Becca Brewington, and then Reagan Shear. 1, 2, and 3 are all due up in the top part of inning number 3. Our broadcast, it is presented by J Blue Trucking. Need rock? No matter what type of material you are needing hauled or to your home, business, or job site, J Blue can haul it all. J Blue is also hiring Class A drivers for local, regional, and long hauls. Join the J Blue team today. Apply online at jbluetrucking.com or call 718-4946 and see what J Blue can do for you. It is J Blue Trucking, a proud supporter of the OFC softball tournament. And more now, back on the bump here. Takes ball 1 outside to Abby Cheney, who is 0 for 1 here in the ball game. Grounded back out to the pitcher, her first time. 1 ball and no strikes. So far, no runs, 1 hit, 3 strikeouts by Jordan Moore. There's a line drive. Good job by the right fielder coming in to make the play. Sierra Duckett again playing huge dividends in right field. And there's 1 pitch and 1 away. So now Becca Brewington coming up. She struck out her first time. So 1 down here in the inning. And now Brewington comes up to the plate. High for a ball, 1 ball, and no strikes. Make sure and share this video for us on social media. Don't forget, later on tonight, we're going to be back at Three Rivers College. We will have the championship game as well. There's a ground ball down the third base line. It is foul, and the count is even at 1 ball and 1 strike. So Brewington down by 4 runs, her team is trying to get something going here in the third. Only 1 hit allowed by Jordan Moore so far in 2 1/3 innings. This one popped up. It's now 1 ball, 2 strikes. So Moore now ahead in the count. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Tim's arms are going to be hurting by tonight, I guarantee it. He's up there standing on a platform on the fence trying to move the camera back and forth. This one sails over the head of Chilton. 2 balls and 2 strikes now. She kind of smiles about that. She's having some fun here today for sure. 2 balls and 2 strikes, 1 away here in the top part of inning number 3. Moore now comes set. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Struck her out for a second time in the ball game. 2 down. And Reagan Shear coming up. She was hit by a pitch back in the first and stranded on second base. Only 3 base runners so far in the ball game for Clearwater. Shear batting left-handed. Here is the first pitch on the way. This one is popped up in the infield, and it's going to drop right in front of shortstop. And she'll wind up on first base with an infield hit. Crowley did everything she could to make a play on the ball. It was a small blooper and just dropped in front of her for a 2-out hit. And we're going to get a courtesy runner. Grace Beasley is going to come in now. So Beasley will be the courtesy runner for the catcher, Shear, who has reached base in 2 straight at-bats. So Riley Hurt now coming up to the plate. She walked and was stranded on first base her first time. Yes, he is, Harriet. If you're referring to Tim, he is doing a great job. So Jordan Moore wants the new ball while we wait for that. Let's remind you our broadcast is presented by Russians Towing, roadside assistance, auto repair, lockouts, jump starts, flats, inbounds, wrecks, and so much more. It is Russians is dedicated to provide 24/7 service to customers when and where they need it. It's Russians to the rescue. Write this number down. Put it in your phone. It is 785-6349. It is Russians to the rescue, 24/7, 365. Just call 785-6349. And there's a strike called right down the middle. No balls and a strike here to Riley Hurt, who was walked and was stranded back in the first inning. This one downstairs for a ball. It is 1 ball and 1 strike now. So 1 ball and 1 strike here in the top part of inning number 3. This one's popped up. It looks like it's going to get out of play. Nope, it's going to stay in the park, but no play can be made. 1 ball, 2 strikes now here in the top part of inning number 3. Grace Beasley, the runner on first base for the Lady Tigers. 1 ball, 2 strikes now, as Moore trying to get out of the inning, up by 4 runs. Here is the 1-2 pitch by Moore. Outside for a ball. Chilton now is going to be tested and safe at second base. Beasley slides in under the tag, and now a runner standing on second base. So Beasley winds up on second. 2 balls and 2 strikes. So the Lady Tigers now have a runner in scoring position with 2 down. This one up high for a ball. Count is full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Awaiting on deck is Georgia Eaton. She struck out back in the first. There's a rip. This one out towards center field. And what a catch on the move. And the side is retired as Hutchinson comes in center field and makes the out. So we go to the bottom part of inning number 3. Lady Redbirds lead it 4-0. You're watching live coverage of the OFC softball tournament here on today's talk, 93.3 FM, 930 AM, KWOC. Our broadcast here this afternoon presented by Whitworth Gift Chest Jewelers. Whitworth Gift Chest Jewelers is a third-generation family-owned jewelry retail and repair store serving the Poplar Bluff community for over 60 years. It is Whitworth Gift Chest Jewelers, where Walmart is next to us. Walmart, or I should say it's where Walmart is next door to us. Whitworth Gift Chest Jewelers, a proud supporter of the OFC softball tournament. Also, our coverage here this afternoon for the OFC tournament It's all being brought to you by our good friends at Christian Automotive and Tire Scott Law Firm. Also being brought to you by the Shooter Shack, Smokin' Aces, Stan Bader Trust, Barker's Towing and Auto Repair, Whitworth Gift Chest Jewelers. Also being brought to you by Russians Towing, J Blue Trucking, J.W. Walker and Sons Recycling, JG Concrete Construction, Southern Care and Comfort In-Home Agency, and being brought to you by Day One Chiropractic. All proud supporters of the OFC softball tournament. Bottom part of inning number 3, Carla Ochoa and then Mackenzie Hutchinson, followed by Janica Holloway. If anybody gets on, Sierra Duckett will bat in the 9 spot. Lady Redbirds lead it 3 or make that 4-0 here in this 3rd inning. Becca Brewington back on the mound, swing and a miss. Ochoa is down a strike. No balls and a strike. Don't forget, later on this evening, we're going to be over at Three Rivers College. J.D. Rainsfield at Three Rivers College will bring you the championship game between Donovan and Neelyville. So now Brewington way ahead. No balls and 2 strikes here as Ochoa fouls it away. An RBI base hit back in the 1st. No balls and 2 strikes. Nobody on here in the 3rd inning. Here is the 0-2 pitch. This one in the dirt for a ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes. So 1 ball and 2 strikes here to Ochoa. This one in the same spot in the dirt. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Make sure and share this feed for us on Facebook and on YouTube. But let us know where you're watching from and what team you're going for in this 3rd place game. There's a fly ball out to center field. Cheney underneath it and makes the catch. 1 down here in the inning. So 1 away in the bottom part of inning number 3. And now Mackenzie Hutchinson coming up to the plate. Popped out in foul territory her first time. She's 0 for 1. Nobody on and 1 away here in the inning. When we began this afternoon, we were sitting at 81 degrees. She shows bunt and takes it for a strike. It is 80 degrees here in Piedmont. Southwest winds at 14 miles an hour, gusting to 25 at times. It's a lot better than the cold and the rain we have seen of late. Another bunt attempt. She went around. No balls and 2 strikes. So Hutchinson down 2 strikes now. Popped out her first time. Janica Holloway is on deck. Here is the 0-2 offering. This one is popped straight up, and it's going to get out of play. Stays in, but no play is able to be made. Still no balls and 2 strikes to Mackenzie Hutchinson. One away here in the inning. Here is the 0-2. Ground ball right to first base, taken for an out, so a 3 unassisted. Riley Hurt. Great job from her defensively. And now there are 2 away. Our broadcast presented by Barker's Towing and Auto Repair. Barker's not only tows your vehicle, they also service and repair them. From oil changes, engine repair, brake jobs, maintenance, 2- and 4-wheel alignments, they also offer transmission service, tire services with certified technicians and a complete lineup of new tires. It is Barker's Towing and Auto Repair. Call them today, 785-7811. It is Barker's by request, 785-7811. Janica Holloway now coming up to the plate with 2 down, nobody on. Right back to the pitcher, and a 2-pitch at bat, and 3 down here in the inning. It goes 1-3. We go to the top part of inning number 4, and the Lady Redbirds, no runs, no hits, nobody left on. It'll be Georgia Eaton when we come back. Batters 5, 6, and 7. Lady Redbirds lead by 4. You're watching live coverage of the OFC softball tournament live on today's Talk 93.3 FM, 930 AM KWOC. Our broadcast is presented by Stan Bader Truss, family owned and operated for 37 years for residential and commercial and all types of wood trusses. It is Stan Bader. They have been building wood trusses for over 47 years. For more details, call 573-328-4150 or find them on Facebook. It is Stan Bader Truss, a proud supporter of the OFC, and being brought to you by Smokin' Aces, open Monday through Saturday from 10:30 to 1:30 in the morning. They've got daily specials that change every week. Happy hour from 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. every day. It is Smokin' Aces, the only place with 25-cent pool tables all the time. Leading things off, it is Georgia Eaton takes ball one. 1 ball and no strikes here in the top part of inning number 4. Third place game, OFC softball tournament. And a ball taken as Eaton has to step out of the batter's box, had something in her eye. 2 balls and no strikes. So 2 balls and no strikes. Jordan Moore now works from ahead here. And this one taken for a ball. So Eaton is ahead at 3 balls and no strikes. McKinley Geister awaits on deck. This one popped up right in front of us. I believe it hit Christy Moore. You got to catch that, Christy. Got to see those hands. 3 balls and a strike. Here is a 3-1 pitch on the way. Swing and a miss, and now it's a full count. Moore with a beautiful pitch that time, coming right back after throwing 3 balls. Comes back with 2 straight strikes. 3 balls and 2 strikes, nobody on in the top part of inning number 4. Here is the payoff pitch by Moore. Lost her on the pitch. Leadoff walk by Georgia Eaton. 1 on and nobody out here in the 4th inning. Second walk issued by Moore in the ball game. McKinley Geister popped out to second base her first time. Will now step in with a runner on first base and nobody out. Runner takes, or I should say runner's going to stay put there. 1 ball and no strikes. This one popped up as well right behind us. 1 ball and 1 strike. A broadcast presented by the Shooter Shack. You'll find everything you need for shooting, including suppressors, rifles, shotguns, handguns, ammunition, knives, scopes, slings, and so much more. Swing and a miss. Throw down to second base is got her at second base. And Coach Shannon Foster is not happy. So Chilton with a pickoff and throws her down at second base. 1 away in the inning now. It's 1 ball, 2 strikes. Good job by Callie Chilton there. This one in the dirt for ball 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Also, don't forget that Kevin buys, sells, and trades all firearms at Shooter Shack Outdoors, located on Shelby Road in Poplar Bluff. It is the Shooter Shack, proud supporter of the OFC softball tournament. 3 balls and 2 strikes here. This one popped up right at second base, and there are 2 down in the inning. Ochoa, right place, the right time. A line drive there, and now there are 2 away in the inning. So now Tiffany Williams coming up to the plate. Struck out her first time. 2 down, nobody on here in the top part of inning number 4. So now Moore comes set as Williams comes up to the plate. 0 for 1 on the afternoon. Here is the first pitch by Moore. This one grounded down the third base line. It's foul. So no balls and a strike. Our broadcast presented by the Scott Law Group. Scott Law Firm does more than provide justice. Scott Law Firm supports our local schools, small businesses, and assists the betterment of Southeast Missouri. Scott Law Firm is a proud supporter of the OFC softball tournament. Give them a call, 785-4688. It is the Scott Law Group, proud supporters of the OFC. 1 ball and 1 strike now to Tiffany Williams. Nobody on here in the bottom part or top of inning number 4. This one fouled away to the screen. She's ahead now, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Jordan Moore is 1 pitch away from getting out of the inning. A leadoff walk, and then Chilton with a throw down to second base as Eaton was trying to steal it and was able to make the out there. Good changeup by Jordan Moore. Side is retired. Another strikeout. And for her, that is number 5 in the ball game. No runs, no hits, and no errors. Nobody left on. Bottom part of inning number 4, Sierra Duckett. And then back to the top of the lineup as the Lady Redbirds lead it 4-0. You're watching live coverage of the OFC softball tournament here on today's Talk, 93.3 FM, 930 AM, KWOC. Christian's Automotive and Tire, proud supporters of the OFC tournament. Christian Automotive and Tire stocks the quality name brand tires that you know and trust. Christian Automotive and Tires have ASE certified mechanics with the right training, tools, and knowledge to fix your vehicle right the first time. Find them on Business 67 South at the end of the 4-lane in Poplar Bluff. Call 785-0208. And being brought to you by First Choice Insurance. Just like a clutch play, having an insurance agent that cares is worth the replay. It is First Choice Insurance, regardless of your insurance needs. They can help. Remember to call our friends at First Choice Insurance for the right coverage and protection. It is First Choice Insurance, 686-2870. It is our family protecting yours. All right, Sierra Duckett coming up to the plate. Leadoff double, or I should say a double back in the second inning. She also came around to score on an RBI base hit by Crowley. It is 4-0 Lady Redbirds, and she'll lead us off in the 4th. She is 1 for 1 here on the afternoon. Strike 1 called. It caught the inside or the outside part of the plate. No balls and a strike. So Becca Brewington back on the mound here for the 4th inning. This one is grounded out to second base, flips over to first base in time. Good play by Tiffany Williams. 1 up and 1 down here in the bottom part of inning number 4. So now Crowley back up to the plate now for a 3rd time in the game. She is 1 for 2, grounded out to second base, an RBI double back in the second. Out in right field is Kristen Street. Over in, there's a line drive, and this one is going to be off the glove of the shortstop, and she's going to turn that into a possible safe at second base underneath the tag. That was a hard hit ball. A line drive right at shortstop. And she's going to advance to second base. Off the ricochet there. Good hustle by Anna Crowley all the way around. Runner on second base with 1 away. This one off the catcher's glove there, and now Crowley's going to wind up on third base. Odell comes in. She is 1 for 2 in the ball game. Singled and scored back in the first, popped out to center field back in the second. Over in left field, Lydia Mays. Right field is Kristen Street. Center field, it is Abby Cheney for the Lady Tigers. Strike called at this one as she shows bunt. 1 ball, 1 strike. Over at third base is Georgia Eaton. Shortstop is McKinley Keister. At second base, Tiffany Williams. And at first, it is Riley Hurt. And behind the plate is Reagan Shear. That's your defensive moves right there for the Lady Tigers of Clearwater. 2 balls and a strike now to Riley Odell. A bunt single in the first. She would come around and score the first run of the ball game. There's a line drive, base hit. She's got an RBI. And now it is 5-0, Lady Redbirds. So Jordan Moore now coming up to the plate. She is 2 for 2 in the ball game. 2 base hits. She's singled and scored back in the first. An RBI base hit back in the second. Line drive to third base. It gets to left field. And now runners on first and second base. Her third base hit of this ball game.
Come on, Hannah.
That is 3 consecutive hits now by the Lady Redbirds. And Hannah Brown coming up. She is 1 for 2 in the ball game. Struck out back in the first. And she singled in the second. So 3 straight hits here by the Lady Redbirds, and they lead 5-0. This one is downstairs for a ball. 1 ball and no strikes. So no balls or make that 1 ball and no strikes here as Becca Brewington giving up a run here in the fourth. There's a fly ball. This one out to center field. It's going to get down. Good scoop by the center fielder. And 1 run is going to come in and safe at home. And the runners are going to advance to second and third base. So an RBI by Hannah Brown. And now it is 6-0, Lady Redbirds. So now Chilton coming up. She's got an RBI base hit back in the first. Grounded out to the pitcher back in the second. This one is in the dirt. Here comes Jordan Moore, and Moore is going to score. 7-0, Lady Redbirds now. And a runner on third base. And time is called by the catcher here for Clearwater, Reagan Shear. And now the Ho infield's going to come in and meet on the pitcher's mound. Our broadcast presented by White Sanders Funeral Home in Fisk and Culin. It is a family-owned business committed to providing personalized services for all families with compassion, dignity, and respect. Call Jim and Kathy Sanders. They are proud to be a supporter of the OFC tournament in the community. Give them a call, 573-967-3300. And being brought to you by Cornell Trucking. For the past 50 years, a family-owned and operated, Cornell Trucking has been your dependable hauling and delivering company. Whether you need dirt, rock, sand, or everything in between, call the name you know and trust. It is Cornell Trucking at 967-3958. Cornell Trucking, known and trusted for over 50 years. That number again at 967-3958. So Callie Chilton now coming up. Stands in. 1 ball, no strikes. It is 7-0 now, Lady Redbirds. And a strike called. It caught enough of the plate. 1 ball and 1 strike now to the senior catcher for the Lady Redbirds. She is 1 for 2 in the ball game. Singled, an RBI base hit back in the first, and then grounded out to the pitcher back in the second. 2 balls and a strike. We are in the bottom part of inning number 4 right now, and the Lady Redbirds have an out. They lead 7-0. There's a pop-up. This one, the straightaway center. It's going to bring in a run, so it's sacrifice fly. And Hannah Brown is going to score from third base. Another RBI for the senior catcher. She's got 2 in the ball game. So now it is 8-0, Lady Redbirds. It goes F8 on the out. And there's a ground ball. This one's going to sneak through for a base hit. So Ochoa reaches base now with a hit. 2 down in the inning and a runner on first base. It is now 8-0 Lady Redbirds. So coming up to the plate now is Mackenzie Hutchinson. Foul ball there by Hutchinson. No balls and a strike. She is 0 for 2 in the ball game. She grounded out, or flew out rather, to third base in foul territory, and then grounded out to first base in the third. Our sponsors here for the OFC softball tournament, they include Day One Chiropractic, also Southern Care and Comfort In-Home Agency, JG Concrete Construction, and being brought to you by J.W. Walker & Sons Recycling, J. Blue Trucking, also brought to you by Russians Towing, Whitworth Gift Chest Jewelers, Barker's Towing and Auto Repair, Stan Bader Truss, and by Smokin' Aces. There's the ball taken up high. Also being brought to you by the Shooter Shack, Scott Law Firm, Christian Automotive and Tire, First Choice Insurance, White Sanders Funeral Home, Cornell Trucking, Farm Credit of Southeast Missouri, Simmons Grocery and Hardware. Good bunt there by. Foul ball is going to be called. That was close. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Diving effort there by the third baseman for Clearwater. You hope she is okay. Georgia Eaton making a diving play there. Thankfully, she is okay. Also, this tournament presented by Roof Raiders and by Liberty. 1 ball, 2 strikes here. Eight to nothing is the score. Count is even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Judy Crowley-Meyer says, good luck, Lady Redbirds, as they lead 8-0 here in the bottom part of inning number 4. They have put up 4 runs in the inning. So far, count is full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Janica Holloway awaits on deck. She is 0 for 2 in the ball game. West County is now getting here to the ball field. This one's a pop fly. This one called off by the third baseman, and the out is made with a runner stranded on first base. So the Lady Redbirds put up 4 runs in the inning. We are going to the top part of inning number 5. 4 runs, 1 stranded. Coming up, it'll be the Lady Tigers when we come back in the 5th. You're listening to live coverage of the OFC softball tournament here on Today's Talk, 93.3 FM, 930 AM, KWOC. Our broadcast is presented by Simmons Grocery and Hardware. Simmons Grocery and Hardware is your one-stop shop for almost anything. From hardware to groceries to live bait, get everything you need at Simmons Grocery and Hardware. We have affordable tools, hunting supplies, fresh sandwiches, even pizza made to order. We carry a new line of work boots, so visit them at 28001 U.S. Highway 60 in Elsinore. Call 573-322-5758. A proud supporter of the OFC softball tournament. Big shout out to Wayne Wilcutt, just now tuning in with us on Facebook. Strike 1 is called to the leadoff hitter, Kristen Street, who is 1 for 1 here in the ball game. A base hit back in the 2nd inning. It'll be 8-9-1, all due up in the 5th. One ball and 1 strike now. Lydia Mays is on deck, and then back to the top of the lineup. Here is the 1-1 offering. This one fouled away to the screen. Jordan Moore's ahead now in the count. 1 ball, 2 strikes. West County is going to play Clearwater next following this contest, as Clearwater has the doubleheader. We're going to hurry up and pack up, and we're going to play a Chinese fire drill. I'm going to give Tim about 5 minutes to get everything packed up before we got to go. Oh, wait a minute. He's driving his own vehicle. Never mind. Strikeout by Jordan Moore. 1 away here in the top part of inning number 5. 6th strikeout of the ball game for Jordan Moore. We'll have the championship game later on tonight. Swing and a miss by Lydia Mays, who is 0 for 1 here in the ball game. Grounded out to second base, back in the second. We're going to try to get everything situated and going before about 6:40 or so later this evening. This one's popped up, and it's going to be no balls and 2 strikes. So Moore again ahead in the count. No balls and 2 strikes. There's 1 down here in the 5th. Lady Redbirds lead at 8-0 right now. And this one taken up high for a ball. It's 1 ball and 2 strikes. 1 away here in the inning. This one right back to Jordan Moore, and she flips it over to Odell for the out. And there's 2 away in the inning. Now back to the top of the lineup. It'll be Abby Cheney coming up now. She is 0 for 2 in the ball game. Cheney has grounded out to the pitcher and popped out to right field, back in the 3rd. Just outside for a ball. 1 ball and no strikes. So Moore now back on the rubber here. 1 ball, no strikes. Top of the 5th inning. Swing and a miss. 1 ball, 1 strike. Just outside for another ball. 2 balls and a strike. Already in the top part of inning number 5. Lady Redbirds lead at 8-0 here, putting up 4 back in the bottom part of the 4th. 3 balls and a strike now to the leadoff batter, Abby Cheney, or the leadoff in the lineup, rather. She is 0 for 2 so far today. And she'll draw a 2-out walk.
All right, Callie, you ready?
3rd walk issued by Jordan Moore. Also, our presentation presented by the Roof Raiders was voted number 1 in Jonesboro, Arkansas. And now they have expanded to Southeast Missouri. Roof Raiders they work fast and go the extra step to make sure every detail was done right. And they even work with your insurance adjuster on your behalf. Your best choice and number 1 rated. This one's grounded down the 3rd base line for a foul ball. Your best choice and number 1 rated roofer, it is Roof Raiders. Call Joe Martin at 573-300-3221. 573-300-3221. Roof Raiders, a proud supporter of the OFC tournament. No balls and 2 strikes. Try to get her on the changeup. Just drops in front of the catcher. 1 ball and 2 strikes. So 1 ball, 2 strikes here in the bottom part of inning number 5. Got her looking, and there's the 3rd out of the inning. Another punch out for Jordan Moore. We are going to the bottom half of inning number 5, and the Lady Redbirds, they lead 8-0. You're watching live coverage of the OFC softball tournament here on Today's Talk, 93.3 FM, 930 AM, KWOC. New pitcher on the mound for the Clearwater Lady Tigers. And the new pitcher on the mound is going to be the center fielder, Abby Cheney. And Becca Brewington now is going to wind up in center field. So that is a pitching change for the Lady Tigers before we begin the bottom part of inning number 5. Our broadcast is presented by Farm Credit of Southeast Missouri. There's no better place to start than Farm Credit of Southeast Missouri. Whether you are a first-time farmer or been farming for many years, they know what it takes to get you going. They want to be your go-to ag lender and help you get where you want to be, serving farmers of the area since 1917. And being brought to you by Liberty. It is a proud sponsor of the Ozark Foothills Conference Tournament. They want to wish a good luck to all the teams competing for the conference championship title. Liberty, sustaining energy and water for life. Liberty, sustaining energy and water for life, a proud supporter of the OFC tournament. And 1 ball, no strikes here as Abby Cheney takes over on the mound for Becca Brewington. This one is fouled away. 1 ball and 1 strike. So final numbers here for Becca Brewington. Gave up 12 hits overall, 8 runs on 12 hits. She also had 2 strikeouts. She walked none in 4 straight and 4 innings here in the ball game. 2 balls and a strike here to the leadoff batter, Janica Holloway, who is 0 for 2 in the ball game so far. She struck out looking back in the second and grounded out to the pitcher back in the third. It is 3 balls and a strike here in the bottom part of inning number 5. Sierra Duckett is on deck for the Lady Redbirds. This one's grounded down the third base line and goes foul. Count is full now at 3 balls and 2 strikes in our first game of 2 of the afternoon. Full count, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Here is the payoff pitch. Swing and a miss down on strikes. So Sierra Duckett, she is doubled back in the second, grounded out to second base in the 4th. Coming up here in the 5th now with nobody on and 1 batter out. So Abby Cheney now, the pitcher on the mound for Clearwater. Just misses for a ball. 1 ball and no strikes. We appreciate you tuning in on social media, whether it's on Facebook or on YouTube. This one also grounded in there. 2 balls and no strikes. Later on tonight, we will have for you the OFC Championship game. That game will also be live streamed on Facebook and YouTube. Our YouTube channel is youtube.com. As a ground ball, this one sneaks in for a base hit. So Duckett with a double and now a single. She is on first base with 1 away. Our YouTube channel is youtube.com/River Radio PB. Make sure and subscribe to our YouTube channel. By the way, the championship game later on tonight, 7 p.m., will also be broadcasted on the radio as well on 93.3 FM, 9:30 a.m., and you'll be able to watch it live here on Facebook and YouTube. A swing and a miss by Crowley. She is 2 for 3 in the ball game. An RBI back in the second on a double, also a single in the 5th. Or in the 4th, rather. She scored 2 runs and grounded out to second base in the 1st. This one in the dirt, and there goes Duckett. She'll wind up on second as the ball gets behind the catcher. 1 ball, 1 strike. We are in the 5th inning. It is a 8-0 lead right now for the Lady Redbirds. So 1 ball and 1 strike. Abby Cheney, second pitcher of the afternoon for Clearwater. There's a ground ball. This one hit sharply right to second base, and there's the out. So 2 down here in the inning. Tiffany Williams doing a great job making that stop. It goes 4-3 on the out. 2 down here in the 5th inning, and now Odell coming up. She is 2 for 3 on the afternoon. She has scored twice, 2 base hits, an RBI, and popped out to center field. This one up high for a ball. One ball, no strikes. So Becca Brewington now over in center field. That is the only change defensively right now for the Lady Tigers. Clearwater down 8-0. This one high for a ball. 2 balls and no strikes. Our first of 2 games here this afternoon. We'll pack up quickly and hit the road as soon as this game is over. Headed down to Three Rivers College for the championship game. Strike 1 called to Riley Odell. Jordan Moore awaits on deck. Jordan Moore coming up. She has scored twice in RBI. She is 3 of 3. And she has pitched the gym so far today. This one up high. 3 balls and a strike now to Riley Odell. She's got a lot of speed too. Runner standing on third base. 8-0. Lady Redbirds lead it here in the bottom part of inning number 5. Here is a 3-1 pitch. And she's going to take off and head down to first base following a 2-out walk. So now Jordan Moore coming up to the plate now. 3 for 3 on the afternoon. 3 base hits in this ball game, an RBI, and she's also scored 2 runs. She scored the 2nd run of the game and the 7th run of the game. Time is called, and the catcher is going to walk out to talk to Abby Cheney. Our broadcast is presented by Liberty, also being brought to you by Roof Raiders, Simmons Grocery and Hardware, also being brought to you by the Farm Credit of Southeast Missouri, Cornell Trucking, White Sanders Funeral Home, and being brought to you by First Choice Insurance, Christian Automotive and Tire, Scott Law Firm, also being brought to you by Shooter Shack, Smokin' Aces, and Stan Bader Truss. 8-0 the score here in Piedmont. This one is fouled away down the third base, right near the third base dugout. No balls and a strike. Rotary Park here in Piedmont, Missouri is where we're at today for this first game, third place game. Start of the afternoon at 81 degrees, and we're still holding at 81. Great afternoon for high school baseball if you take away the wind. Here is the 0-1 pitch. This one has popped up. This one is going to hang up. It's going to be 1 run's going to come in to score. Riley Odell is also going to come in to score as well. And that's ball game, I believe it is, as Jordan Moore does her job, and the score winds up being 10-0, as East Carter is going to take third place here in the OFC tournament. They go on to get a big win here at Clearwater. They win 10-0. And of course, we appreciate everybody tuning in, and we're going to be hitting the road coming up very soon to head down to Poplar Bluff to get ready for the final game of this tournament, the championship game. So East Carter taking third place this afternoon from Clearwater, 10-0. Real quick, let's thank our sponsors one more time, and then we will get off of here and head back to Poplar Bluff. Our sponsors, they include Day One Chiropractic, also being brought to you by Southern Care and Comfort In-Home Agency, JG Concrete Construction, JW Walker and Sons Recycling, J Blue Trucking, also being brought to you by Russian Towing, Whitworth Gift Chest Jewelers, also being brought to you by Barker's Towing and Auto Repair, Stan Bader Trust, Smokin' Aces, also being brought to you by the Shooter Shack, Scott Law Firm, Christian Automotive and Tire, First Choice Insurance, White Sanders Funeral Home, Cornell Trucking, and being brought to you by the Farm Credit of Southeast Missouri, Simmons Grocery and Hardware, also being brought to you by Roof Raiders and by Liberty, our sponsors for the OFC softball tournament. So the Lady Redbirds, they take third place this season, winning 10-0. We will have your totals and highlights coming up before the second game of the night. We'll be live at Three Rivers College coming up at around 6:40 later tonight. For Tim Hicks, I'm Frankie Castile. You've been watching live coverage of the OFC softball tournament here on